Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles DeBanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get straight into this topic. So as you guys know, the Knicks beat the living hell out of the Cavaliers last night, and this series has essentially been just a comedy of errors for the Knicks. If you listen to some of the insane comments from their head coach of the Cavaliers, for the Cavs, the Cavaliers, just today, James Harden is talking about he still feels like they were the better team after they got swept 4-0. So just a bunch of crazy things. But given the crazy comments that Kenny Atkinson made and the comments he made in the postgame, a lot of people are essentially saying that this guy's most likely going to get fired. Now, why is that important? Because another guy just recently got fired, Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd got let go from the Dallas Mavericks. And it now brings into play probably the most talked about, who will be the most talked about free agent this summer, in LeBron James. And I came across a pretty interesting report here that I want to share with you guys. Here's a headline. It says, Cavaliers reportedly considering firing Kenny Atkinson for Jason Kidd amid LeBron James rumors. The Cleveland Cavaliers might consider firing head coach Kenny Atkinson and replacing him with Jason Kidd in order to appeal to LeBron James as a free agency destination. Continues on. The Cleveland Cavaliers crashed out of the 2026 NBA playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals, losing in Game 4, 130 to 93 to the New York Knicks to get swept and face an uncertain 2026 offseason. The franchise is rumored to be in rumors to acquire LeBron James or Giannis Antetokounmpo while facing the potential of free agency decisions of mid-season acquisition James Harden. Outside of an Antetokounmpo trade, the core trio of Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen will likely be returning pieces. One piece that might not return is head coach Kenny Atkinson. Despite leading the team to their first conference final since 2018, ESPN's Aaron Goldhammer reports that the Cavaliers could be interested in firing Atkinson and hiring recently fired Dallas Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd, tying into their pursuit of LeBron. I have a theory, kind of confirmed by some people that I know around the league. Not that the Cavs will seriously look at Jason Kidd. If the LeBron thing is in play, LeBron has a great relationship with Jason Kidd and a lot of respect for him. Kidd's been his assistant before. Atkinson has gone 116-48 over the 2 seasons as the Cavaliers head coach, leading the franchise to a 64-win record for the first season. While both seasons have ended with underwhelming playoff exits, it might be premature to fire Atkinson after the baseline of success he has given them. A 16-win season and a conference finals run aren't something that coaches get fired, so it would be odd for the Cavaliers to hire Kidd and after going 205 and 205 in the 5 seasons with the Mavericks. So you heard that, and then the article then goes on to say a few other things there. What are my thoughts about this? Do I think that this is something that could potentially be in play? Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. Because LeBron doesn't just go to a team haphazardly. He doesn't just join organizations on a whim. Like, oh, yeah, I think things will be fine over there. Let me go over there. No. LeBron doesn't do things like that. He's a very calculated person. Every time he's made a move, he's thought about it carefully, and he's thought many steps ahead. If you look at when he first went to Miami, that was something that was premeditated. Them getting Chris Bosh and Lenny Kravitz pretty much let the cat out of the bag a number of years ago, where he said that they've been working on this for over a year, right? So you have that. Then you have him returning to Cleveland. He didn't just show up like that. He knew Kyrie Irving was going to be there as a talent, and he knew that he wanted to get Kevin Love. He did that. He got to the Lakers. He knew down the pipeline that he ultimately wanted to get, Anthony Davis, who was an agent of Clutch Sports, to come join him and play for the Lakers. So if LeBron is going to leave and go to another team, for example, in this case, the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's just not going to go there without having his fingerprints over that situation. No, he's going to go there ensuring that he has the right personnel in place to help him achieve whatever goal he wants to achieve, whether it be win a championship or whatever. The Jason Kidd thing. Yes, Jason Kidd does have a lot of respect. I mean, LeBron has a lot of respect for Jason Kidd. They have a close relationship. Actually, if you go back to the Team USA, the Olympic days, Jason Kidd was essentially like the babysitter for LeBron James because he was very, very immature during that Olympic run, and they actually had to put like Jason Kidd as a chaperone. Seriously. And there were even points where they were thinking not even adding LeBron James on that Olympic team. So Jason Kidd was essentially there to basically monitor LeBron James. So he knows LeBron for quite some time. Obviously, Jason Kidd is older than LeBron, and I don't think it would be a thing of the way he could potentially treat, give you an example, a JJ Redick versus the way he would treat a Jason Kidd. He would have respect for Jason Kidd, right? Because Jason Kidd is a great player, top 75 player. He's not like a JJ Redick who's a three-point marksman, and that's pretty much it. He has a history of coaching, and he was an accomplished point guard, and he beat him in the finals, and he has a championship ring as well. So Jason Kidd is not no slouch or some guy. He's not going to be able to walk over him the way that he did with, for example, Darvin Ham, right? So Jason Kidd is an accomplished guy, and I don't think that'll be the situation there. And I think he has a stronger personality than another player coach like a Steve Nash. Steve Nash is just a doormat, right? He's a doormat for LeBron. If you watch their podcast, essentially LeBron just like tap dances on his forehead. Like Steve Nash has no opinion. He's essentially just an echo. He's just like a sounding board. LeBron says this and he just echoes it right back to him. Do I think that LeBron could go to the Cavs? Yes. And I think that from a legacy standpoint, it would work. Obviously, the other day they spoke about this on ESPN where Chris Mad Dog Russo said that he doesn't understand the sense behind LeBron James returning back to Cleveland, going somewhere he's already gone before. For me, I'm like, look, that's the one city that would embrace you. And doubt. Like, obviously, if LeBron goes to other towns, people are going to embrace him, no doubt about it. But you're going home. And the way that the home fans are going to treat you is going to be different. But LeBron also recently said he doesn't like to go back to Akron. So I don't know, right? I don't know if LeBron can stomach a year or two or whatever it is back in Cleveland. I don't know. All right, I've never been there. I don't know what it's like. So I have no idea. But do I think it's a possibility? Yes. Could I see this unfolding the way that it did? Yes. Because if LeBron is going to go to a team, he's going to need a coach that he respects, right? If you send him to a situation where he has a guy that he doesn't really respect, then I don't see how that's going to work. And I think that Jason Kidd will be able to command LeBron's respect, right? I just think so. So yeah, there may be some truth to this, and I think that if the Cavaliers could see a pathway to get him, and it involves firing Atkinson, getting Jason Kidd, they would absolutely do it. Of course they would. It'd be great business for them, right? It would be great business. Now, in terms of the money and how it would work, I wouldn't even be surprised if the Cavs let go of James Harden to get LeBron. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They would pay him that $50 million. Oh, absolutely they would. Abso-freaking-lutely. And don't be surprised. LeBron is so much of a mastermind. He can go out there and next thing you know, you hear Anthony Davis is good. Like, you never know. You just never know what this guy is up to. So this is the story. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.